Thank you very much for sharing your time with us today, Dr. X here. There's no doubt that even though we are encouraging people across the region to shop local, many are turning to online shopping to find that perfect gift. Tony Anscombe is the Chief Security Evangelist at ESET, a online security company. He's here to remind us all to stay safe while doing so. Tony, first off, I love your title, Evangelist, because really that's what you're doing, preaching the gospel of staying safe online.
Absolutely. Cybersecurity requires two parts. One is technology to keep you safe of what can be automated, but two, an adjustment of our behavior. So it's people like me that go out and evangelize that message and try and drive into people that actually our behavior affects how we stay safe online.
Does it surprise you that, with the internet being such a factor in our lives for so many years, people still do some silly things, taking risks?
Does it surprise me? In my own household, yes, but maybe not in everybody else's household. I live and breathe cybersecurity every day, and it's at the forefront of my mind. But for a lot of people, actually, it's the excitement of shopping or doing something else online, and it just needs to be refreshed on a constant basis. And that's why you have things like National Cybersecurity Month, and you have instances through the year where that message is tried to be driven into us so that we all remember. It's a frequent issue.
Scammers have become more sophisticated as well. Emails that look legitimate, websites that look legitimate. You have some recommendations for people to avoid getting caught up in some scams.
Absolutely. And one of the points you just made actually was emails looking more legitimate. Think about all the data breaches there have been and how much information the cyber criminal knows about you. They can customize these mails to look very, very real and maybe have information in them that you would consider only a trusted partner or trusted retailer may have. But people need to watch out online. Don't click ads. What we are seeing this year as well is an uptick in issues and scams on social media, even from verified accounts, because some things are in short supply. You want a PlayStation 5 this Christmas? Well, good luck. But of course, cyber criminals know they're in short supply and will then use that type of product to actually then go and lure people into their scam.
Sometimes we err on the side of convenience. So we go to a website for the first time. It is legitimate and we want to upload our credit card information so we don't have to go through that process again, grabbing our wallets, taking out that card, typing in those 12 numbers. You're recommending we don't do that.
Well, unfortunately, data breaches seem to be a when, not an if. And unfortunately, everybody seems to suffer a data breach at some stage. So limiting the amount of data that anybody holds on you limits the risk should there be a data breach. So if they don't hold your credit card, it can't be stolen. And therefore you're protecting yourself. And a point here is for those people that are out there that have debit cards stored in these systems, just remove those. Those are your bank account. If a cyber criminal comes along and empties your bank account, you might not be able to pay your mortgage or live this month.
Tony, can you give me an estimate as to what percentage of people you think still use their birthday in their passwords?
Well, that's a very high percentage. Unfortunately, if you look at data, the top password actually is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Passwords should be complex. And in fact, passwords to a certain degree are kind of getting old. You turn on two-factor authentication. Nearly every online service offers it as an option or some by default. But turn it on, and that's where you get the SMS message or that you use an app to provide a second form of identification, i.e. that number. Yeah, it's an extra step in the process, but it's a step that will keep you safe.
Tony, does ESET have a clearinghouse where some of this information is accessible for people to maybe brush up before they log on?
Yes, absolutely. Firstly, we have a blog site called welivesecurity.com. A lot of great advice can be found there. But also, if you go to eset.ca, you'll find there's a blog on eset.ca that talks about safe shopping as well.
Tony, thank you very much for keeping us all safe online this holiday season. Appreciate your time.